These are the trucks from my 25-ton narrow gauge Shay that I'm building. Two truck engine designed by John Buckwalter, and he supplied the castings as well. So the trucks are pretty well ready to go. The gear ratio is a 2-to-1 gear ratio. They're Martin gears, and you can see that they're not only set screwed but taper pinned to the drive shaft. This would be the input from the drive shaft of the engine. The bearings are a square block. It's a bearing in here is milled square, but it's for 5/8 round shaft. There's a collar on the front that keeps the proper gear engagement here. You can see it's pretty tight. You can see on this there's quite a stack of die springs in there to handle the weight. The engine should weigh about 750 pounds. The arch bars are all 1/4 by 3/4. This you can see the brake beam here. This right here is where the brake shoe contacts the wheel. Everything's completely equalized. Up on top I have a Teflon ring in here where the pivot will sit for the frame. These are bearings as the frame bolster rotates on the truck. It's all diagonally cross braced. This is an interesting thing here. This is the axle pump. I never did like the traditional axle pump, which is always buried in there, and it's through the lower frame bolster, hard to access and repair if you have any problems. This is designed by Nelson Locomotive Works, and this eccentric's got a number 6809 bearing in it, and it rolls really smoothly, and you can see the pump stroking there as I'm moving it. It swivels here. That's a 5/16 shoulder screw that's tapped into this collar that's clamped onto the cylinder, and then the check valves are in the end there. So rolls really smoothly. To get a on a Shay, the right side, the gears are locked into the axle. There's a bearing on the end of the axle that's inside this journal box here, and so nothing can move. So all of the movement has to happen on the left side. So I got one of the trucks turned over here, so you can see the journal box here on this side, and then there's a die spring in here that allows for movement, and then I got an adjuster here that allows to change the tension on the die spring. You can see in here a little bit better the equalizing system for the brakes. You can see the lever is down there. You can see it sticking up here, and that will connect to the linkage on the frame that goes to the cylinders. This threaded rod goes all the way through, and it's stainless, nice and strong. Uses 6 Midwest clevis pins or clevises to hold connect all the linkages. Everything is, I use Loctite 242 on the fasteners, make sure nothing falls out while the thing's running. And anyway, I think it turned out pretty well, and I think of course the test is always going to be in how it runs and how the water pump works and all that sort of thing, but I believe she's about ready to go.